mental health for men and why you need to start to invest in it today. So, in this podcast, I'm gonna give you 3 quotes from men that I personally work with, telling you all about the benefits that they've received from therapy because I want to encourage you to start to go into therapy yourself or to go back if you've been before. Now, the reason why this is so important because us as men, we don't have too many places to share our emotions safely and comfortably. And the reason why is because there's so many images and ideas of what it is to be a man that it contradicts what we're actually feeling and going through at the time. So if you're someone that scrolls on TikTok, Instagram, you may have seen some of these famous gurus, some of these guys with large followings. They'll tell you you have to be strong, you have to be tough, you can't feel emotions, like all of these other things. And that's great in a movie, in a book, or whatever the case may be, everything except the real world. Because here's the thing about emotions. If you're a human being like me, you're going to feel them. And they are not always the most comfortable. So the thing that I teach people actually contradicts everything that every man has ever heard. And it's acceptance and commitment therapy. With acceptance, what we are learned and taught to do is to allow emotions to be what they are. We don't try to fight them, suppress them, avoid them, because we treat them as normal. Good emotions, and I shouldn't even say good emotions to be honest, but let's just use the word comfortable emotions. So comfortable emotions like happiness, excitement, confidence, love. We want to see our sad, or let's just say our uncomfortable emotions in that same light. So the uncomfortable emotions like anger, anxiety, stress, grief, sadness, we want to see all of those emotions as the same. They're just simply uncomfortable and comfortable. Now, when you find yourself addicted to one side, right? Typically, the happy, go lucky feelings, or let's just say the comfortable feelings. What happens is you'll go through hell and high water to get those feelings, even if it means avoiding work that you should do, or maybe putting others down, maybe rationalizing bad ideas in your mind so that way you can justify taking the wrong action. Or maybe you find yourself addicted to something, right? That gives you that high rush. These are the things that pull us in the wrong direction because, again, us as men, we're taught to be strong. We're taught to be confident. We're taught to be happy. We're taught to be, protectors, providers, everything except being hurt, being sad, being anything else that is just simply uncomfortable. And that's where we fall into these traps. So, the reason why you need to go to therapy is because in a therapeutic setting, you're going to meet someone just like me and they're going to tell you their personal life lived experiences just to show you that we're one and the same. And when I do that with my clients, especially my men clients, I can see the weight kind of fall off their backs and it allows them to kind of take things easy and get a breather and be who they need to be. I can't tell you how many, whether it's high performance professionals, men that make multiple 6 figures, sometimes even 7 figures, come into my office and they tell me, Coach, everything in my life is going great, but I still don't feel happy. I still don't feel, let's just say, fulfilled, if you will. And a lot of times it comes from them not going after the things that they truly value, or all the success that they've gained, it comes from them simply avoiding some type of pain. So they may have this thought: when I become successful and make a lot of money, all the pain that I went through, it will go away. All the trauma that I experienced coming up as a kid, it'll be erased from my mind and I'll be justified. But that's just not how life works. There's no delete button for your brain, meaning everything that you've gone through, that I've gone through, it's with us. Now the question is how are you going to carry it? Because in acceptance and commitment therapy, which is what I teach, I will show you how to carry that trauma in a way that allows you to actually use it as a stepping stone rather than it being a weight. That is what you need to do. That's what you need to focus on. And that's why going to therapy, if you're a man, is so, so important. So with that being said, I want to read to you guys the first quote that I got from one black man that I was working with. He said this in regards to coming to therapy. He says, "It's made me more positive towards myself, more open, and helping me to head towards my goals." Now, if you found someone that can help you with that, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't you want to be more positive towards yourself? Wouldn't you want to be more open to your friends, your family, your loved ones, right? And who doesn't like to accomplish goals? If that sounds like you, then hey, let's go to therapy. And if you want, send me a message and I'll show you exactly how to find your own therapist. You can send me a message through the YouTube, right? Just leave a comment. You can message me directly. So my email is philipwells at theplayerscoach.net. So either or, and I'll give you everything that you need. So that is one quote that I got. And guys, listen, if you're an entrepreneur or a working professional, you are especially needing these services, because what this is going to help you to do is to perform at a level that you've never performed at before, because now we're taking stress off your plate. We're taking anxiety out of your heart. We're taking sadness out of your mind. And we give you everything you need, as this brother said, to be more positive towards themselves. And when you do that, you're going to get a whole lot of energy and a whole new focus and direction in life. That's going to help you to achieve everything that you want and then some. So let me give you the second quote. This is the second quote for another man that I've worked with. He said, in 3 months that I've been working with Coach Wells, I noticed a huge improvement all around in my day-to-day life. From day one, he had nothing but great energy, been super understanding, and is able to provide multiple techniques to use in any situation life may throw at you. Now, does that sound like something that you need? So think about what you're going through right now. Whether it's trouble in your relationship, trouble at work, trouble within your business. If you feel like you need someone to help you to navigate those storms so that way you can get back on track, back to making progress in your life, back to feeling fulfilled, why not go see that person? This is something that if you need, I need you to do this for you, because this will also show that you have a high level of self-worth. Men with low self-worth, or people with low self-worth, they have thoughts like these. They have thoughts like, hey, this will never help me, or things will never change, or who am I to go get help? I've been going through this my whole life. These are the thoughts that keeps people fixed and it keeps them stuck in their life. And these are the people that continue to stay suffering no matter what they are winning at, succeeding at, or whatever it is, because they have this weight that they've never dealt with. They have this thing in their past that they never addressed, if you will. All right. Now, I want to give you the third and final quote from a man that I worked with. And he said, Phillip/coach is an outstanding therapist. His approach and techniques in my therapy sessions have helped me tremendously. He's also always open to suggestions, and that shows how much he really cares about making improvements and to getting the best out of each and every session. Now, think about what he said. And I love what he said here, because he said he's open to feedback, right? He's open to such suggestions. And I let all my clients know this because I want to be the best version of myself for you, because your mental health is my number one priority. I don't know how many places a man, especially a black and brown man, but let's just say men for now. I don't know how many places they can go in and people are putting their mental health at the top of the list. Father's Day just passed, and we could probably say on Father's Day and maybe on that man's birthday, they may get some breaks, they may get some slack. But other than that, every other day out of the year, there's this expectation that they're going to be strong providers, and there's no space for them to feel. And if they ever start to speak about how they feel, they're seen as whiners, complainers, babies, weak, and all of these other things. So what does us as men do? We shut up, we be quiet, and we just suffer internally. And when we're doing that, we're picking up unhelpful coping skills, that's giving us everything that we need except the happiness and the fulfillment that we're looking for. As a matter of fact, within my community that I have a webinar that I'm doing on self-sabotage. And one of the things that helps with overcoming self-sabotage is by having self-care techniques, right? Self-care techniques that you can go to that can help build you up rather than tear you down, all right? So these are the 3 quotes that from me to you guys that I hear black men tell me on a consistent basis. And I just gave you 3. There's a lot more that I hear, but I want you to know that this is something that works, and it's something that a lot of men have been using to get one up in their life, to use those traumas, the things in their past as stepping stones to the success and the happiness that they're looking for. And my challenge is for you to either go to therapy for your first time or to go back if you feel like you need it. And again, if you comment on this post, on this YouTube video, on this podcast, if you comment, Coach, this is great, and I want your help in finding a therapist, I will personally come on and I will speak to you about how to find a therapist. You can also email me, and I'll definitely set you up with one. All right? So this is Coach Wells. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that way you get all this information. So take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys later.